Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a data mine in regards to what's upcoming for next week and how you can best prepare. Now, the title of this video is called HOARD or Not HOARD because, honestly speaking, I don't know if I would recommend it, but I'm just here to bring you the information for you guys, and that way you can use this information to what your game priorities will be, especially now that we've seen the importance of power cores and how we should be saving seemingly enough for new character unlocks, right? For those of you that have been following along, you've seen how delayed some of these free-to-play character events are. We know that next week there's going to be some more opportunity for Gladiator Shards finally, but it's similar to what I projected, which is it's taking almost a month plus to actually have these characters unlocked. So if you're low on power cores, I definitely wouldn't recommend this strategy personally for myself, because as you can see, I do have north of 5,000 plus power cores. I'm going to be employing it so that way I can take advantage of more rewards, but I just wanted to caution you guys that if you're low on this, it might be actually better to save it for new character unlocks as opposed to obviously doing better on these individual events. So without further ado, let's get into the data mines here. Again, huge shout out to QuickDraw and his Discord for getting this information to us in a timely manner. The next event is called A Greater Purpose. We originally thought this event was going to be relating back to Thanos just because of the naming here, but this is actually going to give us an opportunity here for Gladiator Shards. You can see A Greater Purpose. Gain progress in this event by spending ISO-8 campaign energy, battling in Cosmic Crucible, and collecting Crimson Council Orb fragments and battling in Blitz with the Annihilator characters. Earn rewards including Gladiator Shards, radioactive treats, T3 ISO-8 materials, and Crimson gear. You'll also earn points towards the month long by collecting the Cosmic Power Quantum Bands, which is the monthly featured item for this specific milestone. And there's also going to be additional resources and gears, and as well as free claims being associated with this. Now, I want to point this out, guys. Remember, every second week is when there's a leaderboard employed, right? So currently, right now, as of this time, with this current ISO-8 purple event, it would be the old enemies one, which is what we have right here. 5 days remaining, 7 hours. So this one's a leaderboard. They usually switch leaderboard on, leaderboard off. So we know with this next week's event coming, where you can potentially hoard ISO-8 campaign energy, well, there's not really a leaderboard associated with it. So if that's your priority, if you want to climb these rankings, like, for myself right now, I'm comfortably in the top 5,000, which if you go to the ranking rewards here, it translates to essentially just some additional resources here, especially with the T3 ISO-8, more radioactive treats, more ions, more of the orbs here. But I learned from last time, guys, that I overspent on power cores, and to me personally, I don't think it was worth it. I could have just been comfortable in the top 10k, top 7,500. Me battling for that top 2,500 spot, you can see it's not that much better than the other ones below it, right? Yes, you get quite a bit more in the ions, but radioactive treats is barely negligible when you take a look at the top 5k versus the top 2,500, right? It's really, I think, if you want to take advantage of a leaderboard event, like where you have this limited chance here to get Diamond of Thanos, it's these top ones that are gonna give you more. But otherwise, if you guys are typically in that 5,000, 7,500, 10k range, I don't think it's worth kind of hoarding for it. But anyways, regardless, next week's event doesn't have a leaderboard, so you don't have to worry about that. So that means for the purpose of next week anyways, if you hoard ISO-8 campaign energy starting now, it's going to make your event easier. It's just going to be able to get you the milestones completed quicker. Typically, these events are free to play in terms of being able to hit the monthly item, which adds to the overall activities and rewards. But the ISO-8 campaign energy is going to make it a little bit easier. Maybe actually even reduce your power core spending if you can calculate it by the time it comes out in tomorrow's blog post, where we can see and calculate for ourselves, what's the shortfall there, right? But yeah, as for myself, guys, that's what I'm employing right now. I have the power cores to do it, and that's why you can see here I restarted hoarding 1,175. And again, that's just tapping into your ISO-8 campaign energy, spending the 50 cores per day. You can do that 4 times per day. That gives you 480. Now, for those of you wondering, does this impact the strike pass at all? Like, does it really matter? Yes, the ISO-8 campaign does give you an additional 20 strike pass points that adds to it, but there's only 4 days, 7 hours remaining, and typically at this point we're within the finish line. So even if I miss out on the last 10 shards, not a big deal with the vibranium. The 2 million gold is kind of usually what I gun for, but from my experience anyways, because we save up save up points from the previous pass, we usually have no issues actually completing this, even if we start now. And it looks like the event is going to be on for next Tuesday, which is the conclusion of the old enemies milestone. So something to be watching out for. So anywho, that's my game plan, guys. I'm going to personally start hoarding ISO-8 campaign energy. Should you? I think that's completely up to you and whether or not you want to utilize your power core resources for new character unlocks or partaking and doing better in these events. Overall, it's probably not going to matter too much. You know, at the end of the day, for myself, I'm able to generate 500 force per day, so that's how I can sustain it already comfortably in my arena meta. But if you guys are lower off, right, like if you, let's say you're, you know, top 250, top 500, yeah, you're only getting about 200 per day. So I don't know if it's worth it for your account if you're only earning 200 and then you're using that for a specific event that's limited. Mind you, it is obviously in preparation for Dark Dimension 8, but yeah, I'll leave that up to you guys. Yeah, hopefully this is helpful. Let me know what your game plan is, what your preference is. But personally, for myself, I'm gonna be hoarding a bit so that way it makes it easier for next week. And then, you know, it's completely up to you guys. At the end of the day, we'll see what the event looks like after the blog releases tomorrow. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.